Hello everyone, welcome in this lecture. In this lecture, we will focus on finding particular integral by using e raised to ax into v rule. Now, what is exactly e raised to ax into v rule? Let us see. If we have f of x equal to e raised to ax into v, where v is any function of x, then according to e raised to ax into v rule, we have to take e raised to ax common, and in the same step, we have to replace d by d plus a. Now look at the examples. In the first example, we have to find out the particular integral of the differential equation d square minus 4d plus 4 operating on y equal to e raised to 2x into x raised to 4. By definition of a particular integral, we can write it as yp equal to 1 upon d square minus 4d plus 4 operating on e raised to 2x into x raised to 4. The denominator representing the square of d minus 2. Therefore, we have yp equal to 1 upon d minus 2 whole square e raised to 2x into x raised to 4. Now, when I look at this f of x, we have to use e raised to x into v rule, where we have to replace a d by d plus 2. And in the same step, this e raised to 2x can be taken common. Therefore, yp equal to e raised to 2x into 1 upon d is replaced by d plus 2. Therefore, we have d plus 2 minus 2 whole square x raised to 4. Now you can see plus and minus get cancelled, and 1 upon d square stands for double integration of this x raised to 4 with respect to x. You know, integration of x raised to 4 is what? X raised to 5 upon 5. Again, we have to take its integration. The integration of x raised to 5 is x raised to 6 upon 6. And you know, 5 6 are 30. Therefore, particular integral y equal to x raised to 6 e raised to 2x upon 30. Therefore, C is a correct option. Now in the second example, we have to find out a particular integral of differential equation d square y by dx square plus 2 dy by dx plus y equal to e raised to minus x into cos x. These options are provided. Now according to definition of the yp, we have yp equal to 1 upon d square plus 2d plus 1 operating on f of x, which is equal to e raised to minus x into cos x. Now you can see d square plus 2d plus 1 is the square of d plus 1. Replacing this d plus 1 square, we have using e raised to x into v rule, d can be replaced by d minus 1, and where we can see d get replaced by d minus 1, this plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, and 1 upon d square stands for double integration. Okay, therefore we have to take the double integration of cos x with respect to x. Otherwise, also you can replace the d square by minus a square quantity. You know, value of a is equal to 1. Therefore, in the single step, you will get the answer. After replacing d square by minus a square, that is minus 1, you have yp equal to minus e raised to minus x into cos x. Otherwise, you can take double integration of this cos x and you will achieve the same solution. Therefore, you have yp equal to minus e raised to minus x cos x, and therefore correct option is C option. Now look at this third example to find out the particular integral of this differential equation d minus 1 cube operating on y equal to e raised to x into root x. We have yp equal to 1 upon d minus 1 cube e raised to x into root x. Again, we have to use here e raised to x into v rule, and according to this rule, we have to replace d by d plus a. Here value of a is power of exponent, that is equals to 1. Therefore, we should replace d by d plus 1. Now, replacing d by d plus 1 in the previous step, what we get? E raised to x taken common, 1 upon d plus 1 minus 1 bracket cube operating on root x. Here plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, and this is nothing but 1 upon d cube. That is triple integration with respect to x. Now taking integrations one by one, we have this kind of term. First integration of this x raised to 1 by 2. Root x is what? X raised to 1 by 2, and its integration is x raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. This 3 by 2, which is from denominator, can be written as 2 upon 3. Again, integrating x raised to 3 by 2, we get x raised to 5 by 2 upon 5 by 2. Again, taking reciprocal of this 5 by 2 in the denominator, we have it is as 2 upon 5. And the integration of x raised to 5 by 2 is what? X raised to 7 by 2 upon 7 by 2. This 7 by 2 can be written as 2 upon 7. Now, let us take the multiplication of all these fractions. We get 8 upon 105 into e raised to x into x raised to 7 by 2. Therefore, correct option is a B option. Now in the fourth example, when I observed f of x, here we have x into e raised to x into sin x. Again, by definition of the particular integral, we have yp equal to 1 upon d square minus 2d plus 1 operating on this f of x, that is e raised to x into x into sine x. This is obtained just by rearranging the given f of x. Now again we have to use e raised to x into v rule, because we have here e raised to x into x sine x. This x sine x is treated as v function. When we observe the denominator, it is representing the square of d minus 1. Therefore we have yp equal to 1 upon d minus 1 whole square e raised to x into x sine x. According to e raised to x into v rule, we should replace d by d plus 1, because a is present as a coefficient of x in the exponential function. And therefore when I replace d by d plus 1, what happens? We get 1 upon d plus 1 minus 1 whole square operating on x into sine x. Here plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, and 1 upon d square is what? Double integration of this x into sine x. Again integrate these two terms by using generalized bipart rule. Here we use generalized bipart rule. Let us see how we can use it. Using generalized bipart rule, you have to assign x as a u and sine x as a v. First function as it is, integration of sine x is minus cos x, alternative minus sine. Then derivative of the x is 1. Integration of minus cos x is what? Minus sine x. Okay. Once again, just separate out this integration for each of the term. We have this kind of arrangement: e raised to x minus integration of x into cos x dx minus minus plus integration of sine x dx. Once again, use the generalized bipart rule to find out the integration of x into cos x term. Here again, you can see this minus sign kept as it is. First term as it is, integration of cos x is sine x, alternative plus minus. We have minus sign here. Derivative of x is 1. Integration of sine x is minus cos x. And as derivative of 1 is equal to 0, we have to stop here. Again, you know, integration of sine x is what? Minus of cos x. When I multiply this minus sign inside the bracket, here we get minus x sine x. Minus of minus become plus, and again minus, it becomes cos 2x, and again minus cos x. Minus cos x minus cos x become minus 2 cos x. When I take minus sign common from the square bracket, we have yp equal to minus e raised to x, x sine x plus 2 cos x. Therefore, correct option is A option. Now, let us see another kind of example. Here we have to find out the solution of differential equation d square plus 1 operating on y equal to x is what, right? Solution means here we have to find out the complementary function as well as particular integral. Let us consider the auxiliary equation to find out the complementary function. Here auxiliary equation is d square plus 1 equal to 0. This gives us what? D square equal to minus 1, and therefore d equal to plus minus square root of minus 1. But you know, square root of minus 1 is what? It is equals to I. Therefore d equal to plus minus I are the roots, where alpha equal to 0, that is real part 0, and beta, that is imaginary part, equals to 1. Therefore roots are imaginary and distinct, or you may call it roots are complex and distinct, where real part alpha equal to 0. Therefore e raised to alpha x, that is e raised to 0 x equal to 1, and side by side we get yc equal to what? C1 cos x plus C2 sin x. Now to find out a particular integral, we have yp equal to 1 upon d square plus 1 operating on x. Here just rearrange the denominator as 1 plus d square, because x is what? It is polynomial in x or algebraic function. Now using the binomial series, we can expand this 1 upon 1 plus d square as 1 minus d square plus, and so on. Here you know derivative of x with respect to x is 1. D square, second order derivative of this x, is equal to 0. All higher order derivative becomes 0. Using or multiplying that x inside the bracket, what we have? 1 into x is x, and d square of x is equal to 0. Therefore, we have yp equal to simply x. Now writing the addition of the complementary function and particular integral gives us the general solution. Therefore, solution of the given differential equation is what? C1 cos x plus C2 sin x plus x. Therefore, B is a correct option. Thank you. Thank you for listening.